Hello again, ladies and genitals. Welcome back to the Splash Zone. It is your host with the most splash, and today we're coming at you with our Knife Plague Diamond video, our guide, if you will, on the fastest way to get this thing leveled up and get all these camo challenges knocked out of the way. This is coming right after our rocket launcher and M79 video, so if you just came from that and you got that M79 gold and you're craving that diamond for it, well, look no further than this video here. So if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to let me know, throw a like out there, a comment, tell me what you ate for breakfast today, if that's even all you want to say, anything at all. I'm glad to hear from you. And without further ado, what do you say we just jump right into the actual camos and their challenges? So I didn't mention this last video, and I don't know if this, it's probably common knowledge, but I figured I would go ahead and say it anyways. I'm pretty sure that all these camo challenges and their categories are all named the same. For example, grunge is kills, liquid is going to be something else. We're talking about grunge, liquid, brushstroke, etc. So I'm pretty sure that they're all the same for each weapon category. We'll find out as we go, as I actually only have the 3 categories done right now. I wanted to make videos for all 3 of them that I had done. I'm going to finish the sniper and then make a video on that, and then we're just going to keep chugging through the rest. Probably shotguns, LMGs, submachine guns, wow, I struggled there, and assault rifles, and then we'll have dark ether. Maybe I'll even go as far as to make some multiplayer stuff too. I did kind of aim to get dark ether, I just said that, dark matter ultra from multiplayer, even though it's just so painful to play, and we won't even talk about it. So to start with the camo challenges, you got grunge, which is going to be your kill category. This is only 750 kills, which with the knife kind of doesn't seem like a lot, and it really isn't, so I don't know where I was going with that. Again, pretty self-explanatory. Then we have the liquid one. This one's kind of different as the last one. I'm not even sure what the last one was, the 2 kills 50 times or whatever with the rocket launchers. This time we got to get 50 kills against disoriented enemies, and when they say that, they mean enemies that have been disoriented by something like a stun grenade, the monkey bombs, or the decoys. I found that obviously the stun and the decoys probably work better, as the monkey bomb is going to kill them afterwards. So the decoy is probably your best bet. That's what I used when I went and got the knife done like that. The only problem with that is some of the zombies can not aggro on it, so you could be hitting them pretty hard from the back while they're, I guess, distracted, and then another zombie that didn't even see it comes up, gets you trapped in there, kills you. But that all depends really on what you're bringing into the fight, and we'll get into that here momentarily. The brushstroke camos is going to be 750 pack-a-punch kills, which the knife pack-a-punched is disgusting, especially against the megatons. When you bring in the right stuff, you get the right power-ups. That's kind of RNG, not what you bring in, but the power-ups are kind of a little bit RNG. So hopefully you're getting the good stuff at the right times, and normally they drop insta kills when these megatons do drop, which is, I'm not sure if that's supposed to always happen. It just seems like for me that's when it always happens. But moving on, we have the vintage camos, which is 15 kills against enemies affected by one of 3 field upgrades. We have the frost blast, the ring of fire, or while you're under the aether shroud and its usage. So I did use aether shroud to get this one done. However, the game you're seeing here, the actual recording behind my voice here, I did use Ring of Fire for the first time with the knife, just because why not? I didn't use it the first time, and it's actually really effective for our next challenge, the Fauna, which is your 10 elite eliminations. And I already kind of clarified last video what you had to specifically do to get, or for it to be considered elite eliminations, and that's just kill the megaton at each stage with that specific weapon. The Ring of Fire and the upgraded knife is disgusting. So to kind of clarify, and I'll try to put it up on screen while I'm talking about this, I hit a nuke and I had my Ring of Fire active, and you'll see that I activated it. He was already stunned by the nuke, so I got him out of that first stage in like 1 or 2 swipes, and then even with just the Ring of Fire, I one-shotted both of his younger phases, his split phases, and I couldn't believe that. I actually wish I would have used it sooner. Then again, I didn't have it fully upgraded, because you do have to be like the 55. Preseason, it was 55 before you can upgrade all that stuff with your crystals and all that. So I didn't have it fully upgraded, didn't see use for it, but now it's actually insane. And if you have it fully upgraded, use that unless you feel more comfortable with Aether Shroud. We'll get into that though when we get into the loadout once more. Topography though, 10 rapid kills 10 times. That's one of those things where you get them all trained up. Your training spot will depend on your preference, where you're comfortable, and just kind of swipe at them. Now, I will talk about this here while we're on the subject of trying to get rapid kills. With the knife, you'll get typically one of two animations when you're in range of the zombie. You'll get a swipe, which doesn't lunge you at them, and then you'll get the actual like pile driver lunge right into them. And as I said, it lunges, and you got to be really careful about that. Depending on what platform or how you're playing, mouse and keyboard or a controller, what I can recommend is every time you try to go for a knife, maybe you, if you're on controller, I would try to hit back on your stick a little bit when you knife. And for mouse and keyboard users, maybe just kind of stop in your tracks for a second, hit S, and then swipe. I found that to be an effective way to kind of mitigate that lunge. It's still going to happen, but you're going to get less of it, and I think that it works very well if you get them trained up and swipe at them that way. And that goes as well for our infection camo, which is still the 20 consecutive kills without getting hit. I would say between that and the elite eliminations were the hardest ones for me, but then again, you could take Aether Shroud for infection, get them all trained up, or decoy them and knife them, which kind of kills two birds with one stone. Or you can even use that Aether Shroud. They're all distracted elsewhere. Excuse me, my nose itches. And you get them distracted like that because you're an Aether Shroud, and you can just pile drive them like that. So, it just really depends on your preference. Spawning in with the knife is a must. Going into the loadout part of that. And again, we did say Ring of Fire or Aether Shroud. It really just depends on the challenge you want to get done. But at the same time, I would definitely say that it's what you're comfortable with. So spawning in with that knife is crucial. You can use that salvage to upgrade it. In this gameplay, I only got it to about rare, or the blue rarity, before I exfilled at 21. I didn't feel like going much higher with that, even though the knife has a potential to go in the 40s to maybe 50s plus. I've only got it in the low 40s with a one-hit kill before either exfilling or going down. I don't remember which was which. Probably the going down part. But going forward here, again, I'll recommend this again, that you do that Coffin Dance Easter egg. It happened again where I bought that pistol off the wall for $750 right there in the first room and knocked, and went in to do our power for the Pack-a-Punch machine, and I got another 74U out of a crystal, but this time it was actually purple. So sorry for the hard P. So if you're looking, even if like in a general game, if you're looking for a way to get like a secondary weapon, those crystals are really nice. And even when you go into the Coffin Dance Easter egg, which again, I will recommend this every time, you're going to hear this every video if you end up watching that far. I recommend doing it every time because when you start it, it's going to teleport you, right? And it's going to start the Easter egg, but you can go out the back way, same that you did at the beginning, and hit those crystals still, so that way you can get some more points, get some more salvage. They have chances to drop perks, self-revives, all this good stuff. So I would highly recommend that you do that, not only for the actual crate that you get, but just for that secondary chance to go into the Dark Ether without having to wait on the whole ball of fury thing to come out with that as well. Something I didn't talk about in the last one, which I kind of feel silly for not, because even though it wasn't entirely crucial, it's still a very, very big thing that you should keep notice of, is your perks. Perks, yeah, I keep hard P in it. The perks that I would recommend for the knife, at least, I would definitely say Jug is a must. Jug is probably going to be your must for all of these. Stamina, that's another one I would recommend as probably a dead set perk you should gather. Not in any particular order. I mean, it just really depends. And then Quick Revive. Those are the three that I'm going to recommend for for these. Stamina up, you get that run speed. Jug gives you that extra health, and the quick revive in solo, I like what they did with it, where you get the ability to regain health faster outside of stims and things like that. For the rocket launchers, I know I'm throwing it in a little bit late, but it's basically these three but with speed cola, so you're really not required to run much else. Deadshot Daiquiri is not going to do anything for you, and Elemental Pop is just going to negate your XP gain, and I don't even know if it triggers with the knife anyways, or even with the rocket launchers. Going into equipment, I would definitely say the lethal is your choice. The C4 has always been really effective for me. However, since you're going with a knife, if you kind of want to go Rambo style, you could just throw some tomahawks in there, go buy some tomahawks or whatever. The lethals the tacticals. Now those are going to be, obviously you're going to need the ones for the challenge, and then after that it's really up to you. I like to run stims if I'm not running a decoy or a stun, because when you're getting so close to these zombies, you're always gonna get hit. So prioritizing armor is another thing I'd recommend, but having those stims helps along with the increased health regen, just so that way you don't get kind of mollywopped, especially if you're going close quarters with the Megaton. So I think that about sums it up for the Knife Plague Diamond camos. If you do have any more concerns or like this content, definitely feel free to leave a like on the video. I'm got one more that I plan on doing here. It's going to be the pistols. That is the one that I have done as of the most recent, and then from there we'll kind of just see what happens. Maybe I'll make some kind of sideline zombies content, just kind of rambling and playing, or stuff like that. Maybe I'll continue something else on the channel, but I've already been going on for too long. So again, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'll catch you later. Peace.